G'day team, welcome to another super exciting part of the user interface deep dive. Today we're going to go through the insert ribbon. Alright, so a lot of the buttons in the insert ribbon I don't really use. So link Revit, that is going to link the 3D model of another Revit file and it's going to bring it in as it is into your project. It's going to look, so at the moment I've loaded one in, but because of the height data in the other file, it's come in at this height. And as you can see, it's all, there's different topographies because it's a house raised. So there's new and there's existing, and yeah, it's all a bit of a mess. This is a useful tool if you're doing multi-residential projects with, like multiple different kinds of units, houses, structures, whatever. So the next one is link IFC. So IFC stands for Industry Foundation Classes, and it's just a different kind of file, essentially. You can export a Revit file to an IFC format, and you can also link IFC formats in. I can't say I've ever used this in the 10 years that I've been doing this work. Next up, we have Link CAD. Link CAD is a very, very common tool to use. If I'm ever importing a survey or a floor plan drawn by someone in AutoCAD, I'm going to use the link function. I'm not going to import. If you want to see a bunch of adults argue like children, look up in linking versus importing in Revit, and you'll see two militantly fierce philosophies go against each other. I sit on the link side of the fence. I don't see the need to modify a DWG after it's been imported, so I just link it. Whereas if you're going to import it, you can explode it and then you can change the lines around, but I don't see a reason for doing that. I'll show you what happens if you go import CAD. Link topography is one of those must be nice tools, because all of the surveyors that we get topographical surveys done through, they just send through a DWG, and then we create the topography from that. There's additionally something that Revit will want you to install to get this to work. So if I click on that button, it's going to say, check Autodesk desktop connector. Something I haven't set up, something I don't plan on using. It's just not part of my workflow, but give it a try if you want. So next up we have DWF markup. So rather than printing to PDF, you can export your sheets to a DWF format and then use an Autodesk design review software to then mark up and check those plans. So rather than having your plans marked up as a PDF, you can have them marked up as a DWF, which you can then import back into Revit and then do the markups through there. So coordination model is if you're going to be working on a project and you can receive a file from someone who uses Navisworks or some other like non-Revit software, you can link that in and then have that model sitting side by side with yours, and say it's the building next door, or it's the park which forms part of the project you're working on. And then of course everything that's under link here is managed with the manage links button. Import CAD, import image and link image do very, very similar things. There's no huge difference between them. They'll both kind of do the same thing. Import CAD, like I said, is a way of getting a DWG into the job, but I much prefer to link. And now load from library. So load family, this is going to do the same thing as if you're in, say, that was a bad example. If you're in door and you click on load family, it's going to let you load any door family. If you're in window and you click on load family, it's going to let you load any window family. If you want to load any specific or any family type at all, click on it in here. The load Autodesk family, like I mentioned in another video recently, this is taking you to what used to be the asset library, which was installed with each version of Revit, but with these new versions now, it's all stored in the cloud, but it's very much similar to the asset library that we used to have. So these next two, I'm not 100% sure what they do. I'm going to be honest. Loaders group just doesn't quite make sense to me of why it deserves its own button. It seems to me the insert file is for people who don't have their template set up properly. So I'll teach you how to set up your template properly so you don't have to worry about this button. But yeah, this is a quick one for tonight, just going through the basics of what all these do. Hope you got something out of it, and yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening.